so excited to have you on with us because how fun is this? And you even have the Netflix.
Wait, hold on. Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. Come on, just a little bit. Side.
I got the white guy there.
It's like cardio, man. Just pretend you're doing cardio.
I may need to get some dance tips from you.
I just go side to side. That's it. I fake it till I make it.
I think I got it. All right. You're a huge wrestling fan, right?
Yes, a lot more than most. A lot more than most.
Who are you looking forward to seeing the most tonight?
CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. That's going to be an awesome main event, but there's a lot of great matches in between that. I'm happy to be here early.
Hey, you know, so many kids have been looking up to you and they've been thinking, I want to do what you do. What do you tell them?
I tell them, hey, if you got a dream, go for it. There's no reason you can't do it. I had nothing growing up, but I did have a nice support system. I had my mom who said, do whatever you want, I'll be here when it fails.
And now you have an action figure.
So yeah, there's a lot of great things that are going on. Persistence. That's one thing you can learn from wrestling too. Anytime there's a gimmick or an idea, they really let it simmer and give it a chance to really catch on. And I think a lot of times if you have a goal in life, you got to give it a chance to catch on before you call it a day. And depending on when you give up, that's how serious you took that goal. If you keep going and going and going and going, you're bound to find success somewhere.
What are you looking forward to seeing tonight? This is going to be an amazing night.
Well, yeah, it's going to be an amazing night for sure. So for me, that CM Punk Seth Rollins match, I mean, it's been going on for way too long, their rivalry, as far as like them bickering back and forth. So it's about time to get in the ring and settle it like we do in this business.
Hey, what advice do you give those kids that want to follow in your footsteps?
Don't go halfway. I am the example of a not supposed to be, so don't let anybody tell you what you cannot do. But if you're going to do it and it's your dream, you're the only one that can work for your own dream, so you got to do it all the way, not halfway.
Strong. Love it. So we're excited about tonight. This is a big night. You got to be excited about this. I mean, this is WWE just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I mean, even bigger when we were growing up.
It's absolutely incredible to watch. Like, WWE is hotter than it's ever been. Our roster is very, very deep. Probably the deepest I can remember it since I've been here for 20 years. From up and coming new stars like the Braun Breakers to the main event players like Roman Reigns, CM Punk. I mean, it's just the list is endless of the amount of talent that WWE has right now.
You gotta be excited too.
I mean, you talked about how big it is. Well, I think tonight we are reaching about 280 million homes around the world. When you think about that, that's not a small number.
Well, in 20 years, you've seen some of the biggest come. They've seen them go. What would you say to those kids that are just out there right now? There's some of them here that are looking up to you and going, I want to do what you do.
I was 6'0" in high school. I loved watching WWE. It was everything, but I just never thought I could do it. But here I am. First ever two-time Grand Slam champion in the history of this company. Maybe if you're not big enough, you can find other talents that you have to generate you, to get you to the goals that you want to get. Just find the tools.
What would you say?
I mean, I didn't speak any English.
Yeah.
And I tried out for the biggest entertainment company in the world. I couldn't even speak 10 words of English. And I'm here today, so.
There you go.
Hey, that's a testament to it. Yeah. Wait, tell me about this belt.
Yeah, you know, I know we're in the Clipper arena.
Yeah.
But this is a Laker town.
That's it.
You know, I really don't know if WWE even makes these in Clipper
I was going to say,
form.
is that an official?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you see it right here. I don't know if WWE makes the Clipper version, you know.
I love it. Man, yeah, you got to be excited about tonight. I know you're a big wrestling fan.
Yeah.
You remember that first match you saw that you're like, damn, I love this.
Well, the first ones that we all did were me and my older brother playing Sega Genesis. And then from there, just watching Raw, you know, just seeing The Rock for the first time, even people like Ken Shamrock and D'Lo Brown, and I've just been so attached to it for so long that I've seen a lot of great matches. WrestleMania 17 is the GOAT, and now I'm just ready to see them go bigger.
Yeah, now I got to ask you, my co-host is Drew Pearson, one of our great Dallas Cowboys, caught the Hail Mary, went in the Hall of Fame. I got to ask you your Hail Mary moment, the moment in your life or career you had to go for it and it worked out for you.
Oh man, I was a college kid at the University of Southern California in the middle of my second year. On a weekend one day, and my dad tells me, hey, they're taking this NWA movie serious. And I just remember being happy for him, and he turned and he told me, no, in a perfect world, I'm gonna need you to play me. And so I left school, auditioned for 2 years, swung for the fences, threw the Hail Mary, touchdown, baby.
Yeah. Last thing, Den of Thieves, what are we getting into?
Oh man, it's a bigger, better, new face of Donnie, Gerard Butler doing his thing per usual, and I'm pretty cool in it. Like, there's no way around it. Outside of Straight Outta Compton, it's my best movie, without question.
What's going on over there?
Truth is yelling at little girls, is what it looks like.
Yelling at little girls. He's really obnoxious. He was done with the red carpet. He came back in to crash our interview because he's a very selfish person. A lot of people don't want to hear that. They think that it's all fun and games and ha 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 when you think about our truth. Then you have people interrupting your interview.
And then,
you see, hey,
what is the problem?
see,
Wale.
It's the same energy.
Do you see this?
It's the same energy.
See, Hollywood is upset because we are telling the truth.
Yeah.
And that's it. They don't want to hear it. 2025, you tell the truth, you get in trouble. You tell the truth, people get mad at you. You tell the truth, people will boo you out of arenas across the nation. Damn near going to be across the world because we are simply telling the truth.
Yeah. I thought there was going to be a fight on the red carpet.
Oh, it wouldn't have been a fight. if anything, we'd have ran through.
It'd have been two noises. Us hitting truth hitting the ground.
Just like the Netflix thing, right?
That's how we fight.
I love it. Hey, you know, kids are looking up to you, and they say, man, I want to do what you do, but you just make it look easy. But I know you guys work hard. Yeah. What kind of advice do you give to those kids that want to follow in your footsteps?
The main thing I always say is to stay the course. You know, it always sounds very cliche to say work as hard as you can, but that's exactly what it is. If you want to be a WWE superstar, this is a very small percentage of people that get to do this on the main stage. To be here on the red carpet, to be in Netflix doing this on a historic night, it's a very small amount of people. If you don't believe in yourself, you will never get there. A lot of people around you, no matter what it is that you're trying to do, are going to be hating on you or telling you that you can't do it. I am someone who was 100 pounds in high school. I weighed 99 pounds, wrestling 103 in high school. Everyone told me I was too small, my legs are too skinny, I don't have a middle of the chest, that's all sternum. My head is very deformed, my face is messed up. Even though I shave my mustache, people looking at my face like, oh my God, what's going on? But I'm here. I'm here on this red carpet, and that's because I tried as hard as I could to be here. So all the kids out there, if you believe in yourself, you can beat anything in the world.
All those things he just said, he fought through them because he's strong. No one could fight through things like that, but look at this man. He became the first African-born WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He set the world ablaze with men tears. I've never seen that many grown men cry at one time over any event in the history of my life, at least. But to those kids, if you believe you can, you can. If you believe you can't, you can't. And that's it. That's the long and short of it. That's the bottom and the top of it.
That's it. And not to mention the King of the Ring. You know, we got to take it. There's how many people in the face of planet Earth, in the history of planet Earth, have been the King of the Ring?
That's right. Man.
How many?
We're in
a very small handful.
Less than 30?
Less than 30.
Less than 25.
In the history of planet Earth. This is one of them right here. Because of all those things that we said.
Here you are, inspiring the kids.
How's it going? Nice to see you.
Yeah,
We are so happy to have you on with us. This could be so much fun. What are we getting into tonight?
Tonight we are going to begin our global expansion like you've never seen before. I mean, Netflix, they don't get no bigger than this right now in the streaming world. This is where the world is headed, and we are trying to get at the forefront of this, and the eyes are going to be on us tonight.
Well, you know, there's a lot of kids that are wanting to get into this, and they're streaming, they're ready to do this. But what advice do you give them that they want to get into this?
Well, you know, I wanted to do it since I was a little kid too, and I would say at times things seem impossible, and they can seem like so grand of a goal and so overwhelming that they just never happen. I promise you, it can happen, and if I can do it, you can. You just have to find your path and stick to it, because there's always a way.
That's right. My co-host is Drew Pearson, one of the great Dallas Cowboys, caught the Hail Mary, so we have to ask you that Hail Mary moment. This is kind of a Hail Mary moment.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, like I said earlier, this is a new expansion into a new audience and new eyes that have never seen us before. So the whole point, we're treated like a first impression, right? All these millions and millions of new eyes, you better knock it out of the park. It's like you don't get this chance again, so take advantage of it. And I guarantee with our roster, we're going to do it.
All right, we're so excited to have the Creed brothers here with us. What are we getting into tonight? This is going to be so much fun.
Oh man, we're getting into the future. That's what we're getting into. Netflix, WWE, mix and match it all up and together. Boom! That's what you get. Fireworks like American made, baby.
Let me tell you. So I don't actually know what we're getting into, and that's the excitement for me. Because you don't know who's going to show up tonight, you don't know who's going to debut tonight, you don't know who's going to return tonight, and all I can say is I'm going to be on the, retirement tours even. Oh my! All I can say is I'm going to be on the edge of my seat to find out tonight, because I don't know what we're going to see tonight.
I'll be eating popcorn.
Well, you know what's cool is a lot of kids now are looking up to you and they're going, see, I want to do this, but you guys just make it look easy. So what kind of advice do you give those kids that are at home right now going, I want to be like you guys?
Consistency. He would say, have an older brother that will carry you there, because that's how he got there. No, but seriously though, consistency, working hard, doing the right things over time. I laughed because I was watching a Pete Rose documentary on the way here, and they called him Charlie Hustle all the time. And it was actually a knock. It was like, hey, check out this guy that try hard. And he embraced that. And like a lot of the time, people dream small, so they're going to try to tell you, hey, don't be such a try hard. Don't try so hard. But the truth is, the people that try the hardest and do the right things for the longest amount of time are the ones that succeed. You just got to have the faith, keep working hard, and then it'll all pay off in the end. Look at us, we're chasing dreams now.
Does Pete Rose belong in the Hall of Fame?
My opinion, he's an amazing baseball player. I understand that he hurt the integrity of the game. However, what he did on the field was truly special. So I do think he deserves it.
I'll bet.
All right.
All right. So what was that one match that just caught your attention, captured your imagination, where you're like,
The ladder match. Tell him about it.
What ladder match?
Your favorite ladder match.
The ladder match I was in?
No.
Oh, you're talking about the tables, ladders, and chairs
Yes.
match? Yeah. With Edge and Christian?
Yes, and who else?
Oh, the Dudleys?
The Dudleys.
That one's definitely got to be up there. SummerSlam with Rey Mysterio and Kurt Angle, the opening match. That's up there for me. Like, if you're talking top 5 matches, those two are definitely on it. I'll tell you, recently one that blew me away was Rhea and Charlotte, to be honest. That one at Mania is like something we were literally in the airport on the way here talking about, like how great that match was. So those three come to mind for sure. But the cool thing about this is at every step of our career and of our life, a different match is connected to us in a different way, because it's a different point in our lives, and there's things that we draw to and connect to, and that's what's cool about it. I'm looking forward to the next one that kind of does the same thing and draws me back in.
Any Kurt Angle match too. He's just amazing, man. He was great.
You got to be excited. This is going to be so much.
This is such a transcending experience for WWE. There's never been anything in our company that's been bigger than this. Not the territories getting bought up, not the very first WrestleMania. Like, there's been nothing that we've ever done in WWE that's been as big as this.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be millions and millions of people watching this tonight, and it's just kind of a trip. I mean, you watch Netflix all the time, right?
Yes, I watch. I mean, Netflix is just easy. It's just easy to watch. It's like, I feel like the whole world has just moved towards streaming, so we just want to watch either our devices or just watch what we want, when we want, how we want to watch it. So I feel like this is the perfect time for that transition with WWE and Netflix.
Yeah. What do you like to watch on Netflix? Some Stranger Things.
I've been watching the John Bonet, Ramsey stuff, and I like real murder mystery stuff, like the Lacey Peterson stuff. There was the Jeffrey Dahmer stuff. There was the Menendez brothers stuff. I like that kind of stuff, like the real, all that real crime stuff. I love that kind of stuff.
Well, who are you looking forward to seeing the most tonight?
To me, the person that I'm the most looking forward to watching is Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
She is somebody that really, it was like luck and preparation and hard work all coming together. And she's somebody that I know what it's like to work on your days off. She works on her days off. She comes down, she trains with me in the dungeon, and she puts in the work, and it's so cool to see WWE give her such a huge opportunity this year. And not only did she take it, but she took the ball and ran with it, and I'm so incredibly proud of her, and I can't wait to watch Liv really shine tonight in the way that she should. So she's the person that I'm most excited about.
Speaking of that formula, what advice would you give to those girls that are looking at you and go, I want to do this? Because it can be done. It's just not easy.
Well, it takes work, and it takes being a student of the game and really loving this and really embracing this with everything that you have. But I would say to people, if you want to get into this, first of all, you have to be a fan. You have to really, enjoy the product, and then find a really good wrestling school, and then just chase it, and chase it, and chase it, and chase it. But that to me is like, it's if it was easy, everybody would do it. But like, if you really love it, it's possible. It's possible to become it.
Well, and what are we getting into this next year? It's wide open.
I know. It's for me, like the goal is to become a women's champion in WWE, and now, of course, this is an unprecedented time for women in WWE. We have 2 brand new championships, the U.S. Championship and the Women's IC Championship. So for me to be a women's champion again, that's the goal, and I'm going to make it happen. Even if I have to body slam someone.
You might.
This feels big. It looks big. It's going to be big.
I've been freaking out since we heard the news, so I'm really, really happy that we're finally here.
Who are you most excited to see tonight?
Most excited to see? I'm a big Seth Rollins fan, I would say. Big Seth Rollins fan.
I want to see the Seth Rollins CM Punk match. I want to see how that plays out. There's a lot riding on that. Lots of history.
Well, it's so cool to have it on Netflix because think about this. Like, we all watch Netflix. What do you guys watch on Netflix? Stranger Things, or, you know?
Stranger Things, Squid Games is a big one for us.
But the problem with Squid Games is that we binged it in one day, and now we have to wait, another 2 years for the next season? So that's killing me.
Yeah, we zipped right through the last season that was put out. It was incredible.
I'm just very upset it's over.
We know a lot of people look up to what you're doing and they think, see, I want to do it. But, you know, make it look easy, and that's part of the magic. But what advice would you give to somebody that wants to follow in your footsteps and do what you do?
Be strong, be stubborn, know how to say no, and know how to hydrate. Know how to hydrate, keep up with your sleep. Exercise is very important, but getting rest and recovery is just as important.
Follow your heart. Follow your heart. It's whatever you want to do in life is what you got to try to work towards. And there's, especially in our industry, it's not a conventional path to get here. There's not like a playbook for it. But if you really love something and you're positive you want to do it, whether it's this or anything else, you have to strive for it. Whether it sounds cliche or not, it's the truth. This is what we're alive for.
This is so cool. This thing looks heavy.
It is heavy, yeah.
Oh my God. So who are you looking forward to seeing the most tonight?
I'll be sitting there ringside later on, I guess, and no particular choice. Excited about the whole day.
Yeah. You know those kids are looking up to you and saying, I want to do what you do. What kind of advice do you give?
Think twice. But if you want to do it, go all in.
Yeah. And you're really excited about this being on Netflix. That's a huge deal. You watch on Netflix yourself?
If I watch stuff on Netflix, oh yeah, of course. Everybody does. I love Peaky Blinders, my favorite.
All right, man, I gotta get some fitness tips for me. I gotta get in fighting shape. What do I need to do?
What you could do to get in fighting shape? Well, eat less, move more, and then things will happen.
We are so excited to have you today. This is going to be so much fun. You got to be excited.
Oh man, this is cool, man. This is a little something different than the normal weekly shows we do. So this is a big deal.
Well, when you started, you probably didn't predict that it would get this big. I mean, it's always been big, but this is, it just keeps going up.
Yeah, I mean, it's not every week we're doing red carpets before Raw or SmackDown.
And a lot of kids are looking up to you right now, and they're going, that's what I want to do. What kind of advice do you give?
Well, I mean, for me, it's like I had a long, hard road getting here. And with that being the case, the main thing I could say with that is if you have something that you believe in, something you have a dream about, you can't give up. You got to keep going, keep doing what you believe in, and you will get there.
Well, that's what my co-host Drew Pearson calls a Hail Mary moment. Yeah. You know, he caught the Hail Mary. So what was your Hail Mary moment?
Probably me sending a text to Triple H back in 2020 and just saying like, hey, I just want to make this one last overture. Just be like, this is what I've been doing, whatever. Is there something here? And it ended up ultimately paying off.
WWE from when we grew up is so grown up and things are going so well. It's an amazing time. It's a great time to be you.
Well, it's funny because we're talking and right over there I see Bruce Pritchard standing there. And I'm thinking about like all the dads and the mothers and the sisters and all the people who are in this game. If they could see this is what they always wanted, right? They wanted the world to be able to see these stories on the biggest stage. Netflix is going to be the biggest stage for us, and I'm very fortunate to be part of it. Truthfully, yes.
So many kids are looking up to you, going, "That's what I want to do," and you just make it look easy. What kind of advice do you give to them?
Right there. Yeah. Gosh, I mean, I don't know. In terms of advice, I'd say. I was always a follow your dreams type, and I had very irrational dreams. You know, I've never liked people who are like, yeah, well, you got to do this, and you got to do this, and have an A plan, a B plan, a C plan. Although I get it,
my wife is very logical. I totally understand. But for me, like, just don't let anyone diminish what you want to do, because this is an industry where if you tell people I want to be a pro wrestler, for a long time that was you get a weird response back. Today, we're more fortunate than ever for people to understand it, and after tonight, hopefully more kids decide, hey, I want to be part of that, because it's just a great business to be part of.
That's amazing. And then of course, my co-host is Drew Pearson, one of our great Dallas Cowboys, caught the Hail Mary, went in the Hall of Fame. We love to ask people their Hail Mary moment, the moment in your life or career you had to go for and it worked out.
Gosh, my Hail Mary moment, there's two. I'd say one's more negative, so I won't hit that one. But I'd say my Hail Mary moment with WWE is I tore my pec. WWE was more than kind enough to say, hey, you do not have to do this main event tonight against Seth Rollins. You definitely don't have to do Hell in a Cell. And they must have told me 6 ways from Sundays that it's going to be okay, and I still did it. And I don't recommend it. You know, you'll always wrestle hurt, but you should never wrestle injured. I don't recommend it, but it did give me a lease on like my career and my life that without that moment, I don't know if things would have panned out for me like they have. I'm glad I made that decision. 10 times out of 10, I still would have done it. So that was for me the Hail Mary.
Hey, I was going to see if we could get just a quick quote from you here real quick. You got to be so excited about this. I mean, you've had so many great things on Netflix, but this is so many people excited.
Yeah, no, people love the sport for decades. People have loved the sport. They love these characters. They love these. So the fact that we can do it live every Monday night on Netflix, I'm super thrilled.
You know, a lot of business people look up to you and they say, I want to do what you do. What advice do you give?
Make sure you love it, because the hours are a bitch.
Yeah, my co-host is Drew Pearson, one of our great Dallas Cowboys. Caught the Hail Mary, won the Hall of Fame. He wanted me to make sure I asked you your Hail Mary moment, the moment in your life or career you had to go for it.
Our story's been filled with great Hail Mary moments, and I would argue, probably our entry into original series with House of Cards was as big a Hail Mary as you can imagine. That we spent more than the budget. That was more than the entire streaming budget to get into it and into that commitment, and it was an exercise, I think, in picking the right people and backing the right projects and finding the right balance of risk and reward.
Last thing, your success mindset, what do you tell yourself that keeps you on the right path always?
Don't look backwards. Look forward. Keep your head up and look forward.